Top five, top five, top five.
So I'll go back with another video. I'm Strange Wang. He's Nate. They're doing top 5 our favorite Hollywood films that are remakes of foreign films. And I hope that made sense when I said it.
I don't know how you could have said it any differently.
I don't know, but it worked out. We're doing this because of Goodnight Mommy. That film's coming out. And no, it's not mommy about mommy milkers. Where did that phrase even come from? I hate that phrase. I see it all the time. It's so stupid. Call them tits. But Goodnight Mommy, great foreign horror film. A lot of depth to it. And Amazon's like, yeah, we're going to remake it. So it's getting a remake. It's almost, if you go to any fucking store, it's already Halloween. So throw a horror movie in there for this week. He'll tell you about social media and how we do our top 5s, and then we're get right into it.
If you scroll down to the description box below, pop it open, you'll find links to our social media accounts. Click on those. Give us a follow. We also have links to our Coffee account and our Patreon account if you would like some fun Cinetopical related bonus content for very cheap while also helping us grow, then click it. We really appreciate it. If you're not going to do any of that, then subscribe because it's free. You still get to help us out. If you don't know how we do our top 5s, he's going to start with his 5 and 4. I'll give my 5 and 4, 3-2, 3-2. Then we trade off number 1s. We also have something called the Remakes rule, which just means if we both have the same movie on our list, but one person has it 2 spots or higher, we just have one conversation about it.
So, my number 5 is going to be The Magnificent Seven. This is kind of like the cheese tray at the party, you know what I'm saying?
The what?
The cheese tray at the party.
Oh, the cheese tray. Okay.
It's too good not to have.
Yeah.
If you leave it out, it's going to be missed.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't go to the party for the cheese tray.
Sure. Yeah.
Salmon Samurai, better movie. I'm sure most people will say that because it is. But Magnificent Seven, ain't no goober. You know what I'm saying? It's not a jabroni. It holds it on very well. Just not. It's good. It's probably like a high B+. I wouldn't put it in the A+ territory, but Magnificent Seven's there. Number 4, same thing. You know, it's like pepperonis. I like pepperonis a little bit more. But on that tray, there's going to be some pepperonis, salami, and that's The Departed.
Oh,
that's my number 4.
That's a big old Zemeckis.
Oof. Your turn then, baby boy.
So number 5 for me is True Lies.
Big old Zemeckis. God almighty.
I knew that.
I'm surprised you even seen True Lies.
Yeah, I've seen True Lies.
I don't know if I feel more disrespected that it's number 5 or if I'm a little bit proud.
It is on the list because I just needed it. I needed a number 5.
I'm so surprised you've seen it. And it's like, okay, you know what? I can fuck with that.
Number 4 is The Ring.
Have you seen The Ring 2?
Yeah.
What about The Ring 2?
No, I have not seen The Ring 2. It is on my list.
You're a better man than I am.
Not because I really like the movie that much, but because when it came out, it was like a cultural phenomenon. Like, every day I fucking went to school, people were talking about The fucking Ring. People were making jokes about girls crawling out the TV. Like, people would prank calling each other saying 7 days. Like, it was a big deal. And it made a significant impact. Therefore, I think it deserves a spot on the list.
You're a little bit older than I am. Mm-hmm. So, you would have been in freshman year, maybe middle school?
I was like late middle school.
Late middle school. When I was in elementary school. And we definitely thought that shit was real.
Oh.
Some dumbass let their kid watch it in elementary school, and they were like, "Oh my god, this is real," and had the whole entire school thinking it was real. Very scary stuff. Number 3 for me is Funny Games. It's a great movie. It's on your list?
No.
Great movie. I think I like it more is because this. I forgot his name. I probably can't even say his name. He's a foreign guy, but he made this film. I think it's in Swedish. And he was hoping it would connect with an American audience, but it didn't. So he remade the film, shot by shot, with American actors. Didn't change a line, didn't change a shot to let it hit for American audiences. Mm-hmm. But all in all, both are really good movies. I like the American one better because I can understand it. Shouts out to Tim Roth. You're a Tarantino guy. I automatically like you. But basically, it's just a very meta version about crime and how people view crime as cool, things like that. Mm-hmm. Basically, it's a more understandable Clockwork Orange
Sure.
in that sense. So I really appreciate it for that. And good for you for keeping your vision alive. And like, hey, these stupid Americans need to see this. And that's what you did. Number 2 for me, Girl with a Dragon Tattoo.
Aw, man. I forgot that was a remake of a foreign movie.
Damn, bro.
I would have kicked True Lies off.
What a bitch. I'm glad you didn't remember it. Usually it's the other way around. But Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, both of these films of John Blaze, I go back and forth on which one I like more. It's hard to say because I want to give the edge to the foreign one because it did have the trilogy that it deserved. But David Fincher, he does some stuff a touch better, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the acting's also better in the foreign one. Both really good. Very compelling story. This is one treated with respect. David Fincher, he had the source material, and he was like, all right, I'm just going to do what I see from it. And that's some good fucking eyes you've seen out of when it comes to David Fincher.
True.
So, great cast. Rooney Mara, put her on the map for sure. Daniel Craig, they're like, he can do other things than wear a suit. This is insane. You know, so very good movie, top to bottom. It's great. Talk about it since it would have been on your list. Where was this ranked on your list? First off, I feel like this is a 1 or 2.
It would have been mine 2. It might have been number 1. It would have been 1 or 2.
Yeah,
for sure. I really like that movie. I love how dark it is. I love the suspense behind it. I love how far it is willing to go to get you invested in the story, which is why a lot of people don't like that movie, but that's okay. I mean, you do you. I'm not going to bitch about it. And yeah, I just love a really like creepy crime thriller, and not like scary, like doesn't need to be spooky, but like the scene towards the end where they are like getting close to confronting Homeboy. And then that scene where Daniel Craig is like kind of outside his house and stuff like that intensity level is comparable to like the basement scene in Zodiac.
Yeah.
And that is just really fun film watching experience because you are like on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah. Number 3 for me is The Birdcage. Robin Williams, he's a funny guy. I like that guy. He's funny. And this movie is also funny, and I appreciate it. I don't have a lot to say about it. I think it's really mediocre. I am mostly just upset that I forgot The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
I think it's funny. Out of all the ones on either of our list, with the exception of True Lies, I feel like The Birdcage was one when I was like researching these. I was like, that's a foreign remake?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because everyone else is ahead of America when it comes to sex.
Yeah, I could not pronounce the name of the French movie it was based off of. So on my note, it just says something in French because I could not pronounce it. But number 2 for me is Some Like It Hot, which is a great movie. Honestly,
it was close for me.
Literally, my 1 and 2, if I remember Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, it would have been 1, 2, and 3. Are really the only 3 movies that I really enjoy that much on here. Dang, man, I could have done Kill Bill too.
You
could have bitched about it, but I would have used it anyways. Anyways, yeah, Some Like It Hot. This shit is really funny, and it's like a premise that I don't ever want Hollywood to touch again. Because the way that they make these type of movies, if you don't know what the movie's about, the real brief synopsis is these 2 musicians witness a gang murder, and then the murderers see them, so they're like hiding from the gangsters because they were witnesses. So they dress up as women and join an all-female band, and then 2 of them fall in love with the same girl, and then someone it's stuff like that. So hilarious in the way it was made. If Hollywood made this now, they would have like fucking Kevin Hart in it, and it would just...
It's called White Chicks.
Literally, well, and White Chicks, honestly, is like...
the closest thing to it.
It's very clearly inspired by Some Like It Hot. But it would just be like joke after joke after joke, and it would be this stupid raunchy comedy, and I would hate it. This has some class to it, and I really appreciate it, and it has Marilyn Monroe in it, so there's a movie about her coming out, so slightly relevant.
Yeah.
But
we'll be doing biopics soon because of that movie.
Nice. So, anyways, You should watch Some Like It Hot if you haven't seen it, because that movie's very good.
So when did the foreign one come out? Like 2 or 3 years before? Do you know anything
No,
about
the foreign one is like 10 years older than, like, it was pretty significant. And in the
That's interesting.
in the foreign one, it's like 2 actors who witness a murder, so they switched some stuff up.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I wonder how that was perceived when men cross-dressing.
Well,
10
but
years
like
before this, because this was 60s.
yeah, well, it wasn't like, but it was as a joke.
Yeah, I get
like,
that. But like, how much of like the jokes were like derogatory? Well, maybe not, because no one knows they're girls.
It's really not like.
Interesting.
I mean, the movie. I don't think there's anything in the movie that people would necessarily find super offensive.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I love Something Like It Hot. That movie's
No,
great.
I'm talking about the foreign one.
Oh, the foreign one. No, I have not seen the foreign one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, Something Like It Hot is fantastic.
Yeah.
That's one of the like screwball comedies that like I put up there. Like we did top 5 screwball comedies, it'll be top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
My favorite scene in the whole fucking movie is like some old rich pervert likes one of the guys who's dressed as a girl, and they're on the speedboat, and he's like, Jack Lemmon's like, you don't understand. I'm a guy. And he's like,
nobody's perfect.
exactly. It's like
that's literally the end of the movie.
That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, that was your 3.
That was 2.
Two. Number 1, True Lies. Schwarzenegger, the motherfucking goat.
You said, okay, is Schwarzenegger the GOAT or is Stallone the GOAT? Because you say that every time about both
Schwarzenegger.
of them. Neither of them are, but
Yes.
you go ahead.
So here's the thing.
Thank you for agreeing with me.
Here's the thing. Schwarzenegger is better than Stallone when it comes to my favorite actors.
Mm-hmm.
But Stallone made Rocky, which is my favorite franchise. And he has cool mugs. So it's Schwarzenegger, and then Stallone. Arnold Schwarzenegger number 1, first Stallone number 2. But that's just me.
James Stewart's better than both of them.
Well, now you're getting into like a weird, like, all time. Yes, I would put James Stewart in front of both of them. We did my top 5 favorite actors. James Stewart, Schwarzenegger, Joe Pesci. Very odd, but it worked. It's my list. You don't like it, make your own. But again, True Lies. You got the GOAT, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's a spy. His wife doesn't know he's a spy. His wife finds out he's a spy. Freaks out. You got great comedy, some Alfred Hitchcock type. I know this and the audience knows this, but they don't know this, so their reaction is inherently funny because of that. And the tension it makes because the audience knows, but she doesn't know, and Schwarzenegger's almost getting caught, like with the shirt tease scene, stuff like that. It adds tension. It's like, oh shit, she's about to find out. But she doesn't find out, and he's like messing with her head a little bit, so she doesn't find out, in that tension comedy. But you also get fantastic action, and with action movies and Schwarzenegger, you get one-liners. 10 out of 10. Incredible stuff.
It's fine.
You like Star Wars. What do you know? What's your number 1?
My number 1 is
Honky.
the Departed.
2 Zemeckis.
I don't understand.
This is very odd.
I don't understand your issue with The Departed. The only issue you have ever presented to me with The Departed was that you liked
They're
Internal
Irish.
Affairs more.
Yeah, they're Irish.
What does that matter?
I don't know. So like, when Martin Scorsese...
Motherfucker, I'm Irish. I mean, like...
That explains why you like it more. I like Goodfellas more. That's it, right?
But why does it have to be one or the other? Why can't they both be great?
I'm just like, they are both very good.
If Goodfellas was a remake of a foreign film, it would have absolutely been on my list.
It was good, but me personally, I think Scorsese does better work with Italian source material. So he's not in his lane altogether, and I feel like, okay, it's not as good. Great performances and everything. I get it. I also saw Internal Affairs first, so when I went and watched The Departed 3 hours after I watched Internal Affairs, it was like, oh, I know what's going to happen. And maybe that's why I always go to Internal Affairs first.
I don't understand why you think it would be different if they were Italian versus
Because Italians are cooler than fucking Irish.
Fuck that. Fuck that all day.
Bro,
You can go kiss a fucking Blarney Stone. Like, that is a load of shit.
bro,
Yo, pasta. I love the pasta.
bro, you guys are drunks that eat potatoes.
Pass the gravy. Oh, where's the gravy? It's not fucking gravy. It's marinara.
No, it's gabagool. Fucking Italian people are way cooler than Irish
Fuck
people.
that. I will fight you on that all day. I will fight you harder on that than I will fight you on fucking Rocky and Star Wars.
Bro, so what's so cool about Irish people? Their little caps they wear?
Way better fucking accent. Way better accent.
Bro, no,
Absolutely. Get out of here. Fucking way better accent. Okay, way better slang.
No.
Absolutely.
All right, throw some slang out then, since you know so much Irish slang.
Well, if you're talking
What you do? Watch one episode of Peaky Blinders?
I love Peaky Blinders, and they are English. There are Irish people in the movie, but
It's
or
not a
in the
movie,
show.
it's a TV show.
Yeah. I would rather listen to a Boston guy say "wicked" over and over and over again than listen to a New York Italian say anything.
I would rather hear a Bostonian talk about khakis all day and never hear an Irish accent again. Well, like, do one. So we can see how terrible it is.
Do what?
You're Irish. You have an Irish
An
accent.
Irish accent?
Yeah.
Why do you want me to do an Irish accent?
I me need my lucky charms. Though, like, fuck out of here.
That's the dumb. What? What was that?
That's an Irish accent.
That's not even, that was terrible. I don't have an Irish accent, so I'm not trying to do one. But I would much rather listen to fucking Colin Farrell, who, like, in Bruges all day, over fucking anything Stallone ever did. If I'm just picking a voice to listen to.
Oh my god. You always go for the Stallone thing. You can understand Stallone.
Okay, fuck it. Pesci. Fucking
Bro, who wouldn't want to hear Leo Getz?
me.
Bro,
Hi.
you're a funny guy.
You know what I want to? I want to
Oh
hear.
my God.
I want to hear Pesci in Home Alone. That's when I want to hear him because he's funny. Funny how?
You're my friend. You know what we call you in my native slang? A Mama Luke. It's hair on my face. Alright, just talk about your goddamn movie. We're going to get kicked off for racism,
Oh, I don't think so.
white on white crimes, like the Little Dicky song.
No, The Departed is a great movie. It's really interesting. Like, it is a movie that Mark Wahlberg doesn't seem like a complete fucking doofus in, which I always appreciate. I love Boston way more than I like New York. I have actually been to both of those places, unlike the other person on this couch. So,
Well, that's not really even Little Italy. Never mind. I'm not getting into this with you. It's not the same. Goddamn white people, they fucked up New York.
Italians are white.
I get that, but there's like different, like, if I had to rank the whites, regular whites, like nowadays people whites, mutt whites, they're at the bottom. There's nothing special about them. If you don't believe me, go on Tinder. They all take the same 10 things in the bio. I love blank show, Friends, The Office. I can out drink / smoke you. Starbucks. Fall.
Traveling.
Yeah, it's the same 10 fucking things. They just mix it up.
No, that's factual. I'm so glad I got married and don't ever have to deal with that
Bruh.
shit ever fucking again.
The dating scene is fucking garbage.
It's true.
Especially because I don't sell drugs. And the type of women I like, they want me to sell drugs. But I gave that up a long time ago. Anyways, that was top 5. That was the most clusterfuck top 5 foreign films you're ever going to see on YouTube. And if you enjoyed that, we're starting a podcast next month. And you can hear us talk about movies and ramble about all types of stuff. So stay tuned for that in October. But go ahead, tell us your top 5 in the comment section down below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.